Hello every pony, Artelisiana here. Link to my divining art in the description below and also for my Patreon if you'd like to do that. Warning, this video will contain pictures from Google that is not mine, so please give respect to the owners of these pictures and copyrights. And also it's going to contain what I did in an animation yesterday, so if you don't like stuff like this, click away or else stay. Yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So yesterday I made an animation where I tried to tell you guys how I feel that Amora became Queen Chrysalis. So I will start with her actually finding the Necronomicon book and making the Crystal Empire out of the sand in the desert that there was. I really do feel like she used the book to make the Crystal Empire and maybe also the stuff that she has on herself. The crystal coats for the crystal ponies and also some of the maybe additional rooms or housings that the crystal ponies has. I don't know, you guys, I just really feel like it makes sense if she had the Necronomicon book and she made the Crystal Empire with that. So yeah, I'm going to stick with my guns here and say that is true. So I also feel like she misused the spell of the Necronomicon book. So when she was under the spell of the book, she uses the spell on herself because she doesn't feel like she's good enough to be the queen of the Crystal Empire, or she's feeling that she's not a good mother for Cadence, or something in those lines. Or maybe she have lost her love and are trying to gain even more love, and that misfires. I also feel like that Amora was pregnant with Cadence before she made the Crystal Empire with the book, but yeah, I will not go into details with that. I really do feel like that she, as I said, misused the book to try to make herself better, and that when that happened, I really do feel like she turned into Chrysalis. I feel like she something went wrong. I feel like she pointed the spell at her heart, or she pointed the spell on herself. And as you know, not even the spell of the book can make yourself feel this way. It cannot help you with stuff like that, and I don't feel like it can manipulate your appearance to what you want it to do. I know that Rarity at one point casts the spell on Spike, but he only gets the crystal armor on, so I don't feel like she was pointing it on Spike himself. I really did think that she was thinking in clothes, where I think that Amora was more thinking that she needed to make herself better, or her heart. Something she was missing. She was missing, the love, or how to say that, and it totally backfired, so her heart became crystal. And actually, I don't know if it was ripped out of her or it was just placed where it was supposed to be. And I really do feel like Cadence was protecting the crystal heart because that was the only thing that was left of her mom, her real mother, that was, yeah. I know that it's sounding a little bit sad, but I really do feel like this was what happened. And then Celestia comes in and saves the day. I really do feel like she took upon herself all of the dark magic and all of the stuff with getting dark magic to make dark crystals, and everything that is a memory of Cadence and also Amora is in this crystal that Celestia has in her throne room, that she uses when she is going to show Twilight about the Crystal Empire and the dark crystals and stuff like that, because she have seen, what happened with Amora, and she have seen what is going to happen with King Sombra if Twilight doesn't stop them. And I also feel like that is why Celestia is not helping, and also why she's telling Luna that it's not a good idea to help, because last time she had to erase the memories of Cadence and maybe also Amora, so Amora now thinks that she's Queen Chrysalis, and Cadence have forgotten everything about her parents and everything about, what happened with her protecting the Crystal Heart and her losing her mom and stuff like that. Because I really do feel like Celestia is a caring, loving pony, or how to say that. So I actually feel like she could have erased all of the memories just to be sure. Maybe she also erased her own memory about what happened that day, and she just was like telling herself that Cadence came on her own, or that Cadence have done some nice spell to get to her into the other realm that I talked about before, and becoming alicorn in those senses. But I actually feel like Cadence became an alicorn by protecting the Crystal Heart and protecting what was left of her mama, and I really do feel like I know it's sad, and I know it's not maybe what you wanted to hear, but look at all of the spells that Cadence can do. She can do love spells, and she can do protection spells, but she can also make water into crystals. And I was like, it surely looks a lot like something that is running through the family, or how to say that. I don't know who else would make crystals besides Sombra, but as we can see here on the picture, that Cadence actually make colorful crystals. So I do feel like Amora was her mother, or somebody in her family, maybe her grandmom or something in those lines. But I really do feel like Celestia has the potential of erasing the memories. So I actually feel like she did this. And also that would be the best thing for Queen Chrysalis, not to remember what she did to herself. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. But I do feel like Cadence has been through a lot. She have protected her Crystal Empire all alone when, Sombra was trying to invade. She have made all of these spells, and she have tried her best to be a good princess. But I also feel like she have used almost all of her powers on, protecting the Crystal Empire. I know that she have begin again to look like she has powers and stuff like that. But remember what I said with our other theory with Celestia and Luna. I really do feel like they have lost a lot of power in, trying to protect who they are and what they do, and especially Celestia, if she is able to, get rid of the memories and stuff like that. I really do feel like that takes up a whole lot of their energy. And I know that in the comics that, Amora becomes these dark stones and are shattered everywhere by King Sombra. But I really do feel like she has the potential of collecting herself again, almost like, as I said in the other video, the Terminator T-1000. I really do feel like she has a way to collect herself. I actually feel like maybe she was collected again later on by Sombra, and that was what made her Queen Chrysalis. But I don't know if that is too convoluted and too out there, you guys. But I really do feel like the Crystal Heart was Amora's. I really feel like the Crystal Empire was something Amora did. And I also feel like maybe that is how, Cadence has her powers to make nice crystals. It was because she was already in the getting born, or how to say that, when she was in Amora, so when Amora had the spell book. But let me know in the comments down below what you think about this theory, and that was actually all. Do remember that inspiration is right around the corner, and do remember to take care of yourself and your loved ones. Yeah, okay, bye!